Okay, well, I really want to thank you for letting me come because you opened up your room for me to come and see. Because you, in my mind, are the math queen.
Oh
And
my
so,
gosh.
over the past few years, I have felt, based on data, very not very confident in my teaching of math. And so, I feel confident in the content I teach, but I've wondered: is it my routine? Is it my delivery? Is it? I don't know.
And I desire the feedback because, you know, I just desire that feedback.
Well, so I enjoy coming and seeing you. So this is what I kind of filled out as to take notes. And I enjoyed, so the lesson you started with multiplication, we started today. Well, we started yesterday and then continued into today. And it was great because I could see that you were going through, you were setting the expectations, you were giving them feedback as they were solving, you were letting them share, and you were going through the lesson provided the way that I tend to go through the lesson. So that made me feel a lot more confident in what I was seeing. But I loved how you talked about the base 10 blocks names, because in my classroom we just refer to them kind of as like the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. Never called them the rod, the unit, or the cube, the rod, or the flat. And so today I introduced that to my kids and they were like, oh, we've never heard that either.
I remember the 5th grade told me that they did.
Is that how they use? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to start using that now. And I think I've been using ones and tens, and I think that's okay because that's the value, but they need to know when they talk about a rod what they're talking about. So I thought that was really good. I absolutely loved when you said kiss your brains as a transition. I think if I said that, I don't know what my kids would do.
Well,
they'd all start laughing, but they went so smooth. That's just like, that must be something you say all the time.
Yeah, it is, and I'm glad that you saw that because I didn't think of it as a transition strategy. I just thought I'm glad that you said
it was
that.
A good transition. I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get to see, like, I only saw the whole group, but I loved how you brought in the pair share. And, you know, a lot of times I think of, oh, I've got to put them off around the room and their buddies, but I don't think of that next door neighbor like that. Just think and share next to your neighbor. I don't do that enough, and so it was good to remind me to do that.
It's hard to find time to do that.
Yes, and you just were very reassuring with your feedback. You let them explain. You had lots of me toos. You know, I thought it was a good lesson, and it made me feel like, okay, I am on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so hard in my mind of getting it all in. I did wonder, when do you do your math spiral?
My math spiral is usually right before this.
Before I came in, so I came in at the number talk. So, okay, well that's what we did, and that's how our, you know.
Sometimes it takes a longer time to get through the spiral. Sometimes it takes a shorter time. That day was the shorter time.
And then you were saying that day you were going into test feedback.
Yes, so I did not actually have an exit ticket or a formative for that lesson. I did it today.
Okay, I see that up there. Okay.
Because I didn't feel, I know I needed to get to that test feedback. And so I was a little more crunched for time. So I gave up my formative and said I'll do it the next day.
Well, you were given assessment feedback, so
You're right.
That's just as important.
Yeah.
When you did that, and that you had, how many do you pull up to your table?
I had 4 at my table, and those were my 4 that are on my tier 2 list.
Okay.
And they're the ones who typically struggle. Some of them it's attention, some of them it's computation. So, and then the rest of them are all usually able to do it independently.
And then they're doing, what are they doing? Because one of my issues that I worry about is I have a group that is, attention is a major issue.
Yes.
And when I am doing my tier 2 or small group, the management of them, no matter what I have them doing, is just,
well, I feel like I'm trying out different things. Today I tried out an assigned iReady lesson.
Okay.
And that has worked best. That has also been a big struggle for me.
Yeah.
So I would be willing to try the things that you have
But they tend to be doing something like that, not center work. Do you ever do the centers too?
I do a math menu.
Yes.
Like where I give them a list of, you have to get all 3 of these things completed in these 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But I don't care what order you do.
Okay.
And I learned that from you.
But you do it in the 20 minutes.
Typically, and
so
I know
it's a shorter. Yes,
it's a shorter lesson, and I like how you do it for the week. I just have not gotten there yet. I need to come watch you.
Well, it's hard. It's hard
I
on
need to
that.
come watch you.
Well, I don't know that they always. Again, it's getting them to stay on.
I know.
But it was really beneficial. it helped me feel a little bit more confident, and it gave me some new ideas.
And
to
you're
try
helping
too.
me feel more confident that,
You rock. You do such a good
I
job
don't
of it.
think
You
so.
do.
Well, I appreciate it.
It was a big day, so.